The way we do banking has completely changed over the last decade with money sending apps and online banking.
And yet you have probably noticed there are a lot of new banks popping up. In tonight's Question Everything, why are banks building new branches when so many people are doing their banking right there on their phone?
There's Middlesex, there's Eastern Bank, there's Needham Bank, and there's a few others down the street here.
They seem to be spreading. You know, those places with the free lollipops. Joking, we need our banks. ATMs, loans, friendly tellers. But when you can make mobile deposits and Venmo instead of writing checks, a brick and mortar branch being built is baffling and sometimes a bummer.
When there's an empty storefront and a coming soon sign, excitement builds. What's it gonna be? Is it gonna be something cool, something fun? Don't bank on it.
This spot in Needham used to be a Friendly's, then a 7-Eleven, and not long ago it was empty.
I was hoping it was gonna be a restaurant, to be honest with you, but it's a bank.
Eileen Baker is the owner of Proud Mary, a gift and fashion boutique.
And would you like a gift receipt? Yes, please.
She opened 6 years ago in Needham Center. It's a town where if you had a nickel for every bank, you'd have, well, quite a few nickels.
I counted, I think, 7 banks in town, downtown Needham. Are you hoping for more?
Actually, it's 9.
No.
Eileen loves the local bank she uses, but Proud Mary, like many small businesses, really thrive when people are drawn to the area to dine and shop.
What kind of businesses do you hope come into town?
We would love to see little coffee shops. I know a lot of people would love to see a bookshop in Needham, little specialty foods.
But banks have money, obviously. They can afford prime real estate like this spot along Boston Post Road in Sudbury, where a big new Chase Bank is being built. Chase, the largest commercial bank in America, plans to open 50 new branches in Massachusetts by 2027.
I don't really understand why there are so many banks.
Well, let's ask Eric Rosengren, the former president of the Federal Reserve Bank in Boston.
They would only do it because it's cost effective.
And Rosengren says the location of these new banks usually tells a story, like the bank I just showed you in Sudbury. That's a high-income town. And this new Chase Bank in Weston, a really high-income community. He says these often plush new branches are designed to attract new, wealthy investors.
You don't see it in lower income neighborhoods. You see it in wealthy neighborhoods because even a few wealthy individuals can provide a significant amount of income coming from the wealth management.
And this is all just a very recent trend. In fact, there are still about 13,000 fewer branches than a decade ago. It was only in 2023 that we saw an actual uptick in new branches. So, will that number continue to grow?
Do you ever go in there and get maybe a free lollipop?
No, I don't.
Will younger mobile customers like Kai Tyler suddenly think bank branches are cool?
Maybe for the AC, like today would be a good day to go in, but in general, no.
And I hope it didn't sound like bank bashing because everyone loves their local bank.
Definitely.
It's just interesting. Everyone's doing their banking online, and yet there are more coming in.
Well, and like that young woman you had at the end of your story right there, I know young people who've never set foot in a bank.
Yeah.
And they're all over their communities, so that was really interesting.
We talked to another woman, sort of middle-aged, who said she hadn't been in a branch in 8 years, but I go into banks all the time. I like to chit-chat with the teller. I like to go back and forth. I love my bank.
I love my bank too, but I haven't been there in over a year. But you're great.
If you have a question you would like us to answer, send us an email, questioneverything@cbsboston.com.